Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I should whisper. Ladies and gentlemen, what? No, we should be high energy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to what? To me baking the muffins. We are baking the Bran muffin recipe. Why did this come back? I removed that 3 times and it keeps coming back. We're baking the muffins from the Epstein files. So let me pull up the original here. Can I just drag this into OBS? Of course. Why did I think that would work? If I just do this... Aha! And then I gotta zoom in. Yeah. This is the latest version. This is from 2016. Yeah. So, of course, this is for like a hotel size... Why did the original... Motherfucker. Are we even live? I should have checked. We are. Okay, cool. Yeah. We're making the muffins. So we had to scale the recipe down because this recipe was for like a hotel size, commercial kitchen size, make 100 muffins. This makes 12. I should have checked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, cool. My muffin pan does actually have 12 slots on it. So that's cool. Ooh, is there... So the lights in my... Oh, how am I going to check that? The lights in here tend to cause a buzz. So let me check if that buzz is present. The lights in here tend to cause a buzz. So let me check if that buzz is present. No buzz! Awesome. Okay, cool. Also, I obviously can't have my room treatment up, so I sound like shit. But we're just throwing shit at the wall to see what's. Let's see. Do I have everything? Almond flour, digestive bran. Yeah, I didn't have time. I was fucking with. I had a duplicate video capture element in OBS, and when you do that, the video just silently doesn't work. So, I spent like 30 minutes, discard changes, please, diagnosing... It's back! Fuck off! Fuck off! Thank you. Diagnosing the video capture. Let's see. Is this perfectly in frame? No, but I'm not gonna fuck with it anymore. Okay, cool. Let's switch the cameras. Now let's get started. Fuck. Hold on. God damn it. God damn it, it's back! Go away! No! There we go. I also spent a bunch of time fucking with the green screen. Okay, so the mise en place. I need 1 1/3 cup of digestive bran. How does he? Okay. Oh, I got a okay, I set my oven to 350. Let me go turn up 375. I also forgot the raisins. No good raisin. Did I forget the raisins? Yeah, let's make sure these are in a place where they're not going to get knocked the fuck over. I'll set them next to my tea. I hope I don't get doxxed. Okay, we're mixing. We gotta dry. We wet the dries, then we dry the wets. No. I put my headphones on so I can hear if someone TTS's. Is the music okay? It could probably be slightly louder, but whatever. Okay, whisk eggs, oil, and brown sugar, add vanilla and milk. In a separate bowl, combine all dries, fold wet into dry until just combined, let rest 5 minutes. Let rest 5 minutes, then fold in raisins. Fill the cups 3/4 full. And then what was the thing about soaking in raisins? All my life I've been soaking them raisins over time. Cointreau, perfect choice. Here's how to maximize it. Warm the Cointreau. We did all that. In the batter after soaking, you'll have Cointreau. Add this to the wets. I don't need to... Okay. Yeah, so I need to adjust the wet slightly to account for the Cointreau that I soaked the... that's behind the text. Soaked the raisins in. So we'll just eyeball it. We'll just eyeball it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna freak out. We're not gonna go crazy. We're not gonna go crazy. You know, so I don't have whole milk because I'm a fat fuck. I did have some heavy cream that I bought for another project. I think I'm actually not going to use the heavy cream because it's this super fancy heavy cream that has this weird, like, beefy... Like, if you've ever had really, really good butter, it tastes a little bit like steak. Kinda. Like, not like a steak, because the flavor of steak is mostly the browning. Should I have hands? The flavor of steak is mostly the browning. Yeah, make sure the assets are on camera. The flavor of steak is mostly the browning. It's the brown stuff, the crust that goes on the outside after you cook it. My brain just reset. What was I saying? Yeah, it tastes like beef, and I don't want that taste, so I'm gonna go get my skim milk. My kitchen equipment is all making fucking beeps and demonic noises. I don't know. The other thing is that Claude suggested I toast the almond flour before I mix it in. So the almond flour is in a baking pan. The toasting process does not appear to have done a goddamn thing to this almond flour, so I think that was a total waste of time. But it'll be a challenge getting it into... I also need a separate bowl for the dry. Do I need a separate bowl for the dries? Because I can just, like, mix them on top of the wets, right? That should be okay. Let me have a sip of my tea. Okay. Let's get started. Digestive bran, 1 1/3 cups. Okay, no, we gotta do the wets first, and then we'll do the dries on top of the wets. Right? That's what we're doing? Yeah, it's literally just mix it all together. Yeah, just mix it all together. That's it. So we'll do... I guess there's no reason we can't do wets on top of dries. So yeah, that should be okay. Let's do the dries, then we'll do the wets. So we got the flour. That's our kind of our base. I used my most experienced sheet pan to prevent reflections. Here's a... Can we... There's so much shit in front of me between the camera and the... Yeah, here's the flour. You can see absolutely no difference made by the toasting process. How are we going to get this into the mixing thing? I guess I'll use a spoon. Alright, let's spoon together. There we go. I kind of wanted a more top-down angle on the situation, but I'm limited by the $10 Amazon rig here, so this is what we're doing. Believe you me, this was the best I could get it. All my mise en place time went to fucking with my video setup. Let's at least center that a little bit more. Oh, it's drifting. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck with it. I'm not gonna fuck with it. There. There we go. Now you can at least see what's going on. Just spoonulate it. Spoonulate. I hope I don't dox myself. It's back! Why? Okay, should I just get this off the screen? Is this just not going to work? We'll do it one more time. Absolutely. Soak them raisins. Suck my cock. Hey there, my name is Paulie. Fuck me in the ass and call me Patricia. This is gonna take a while. So, I also can't tell if anyone is actually watching. I have the TTS system up. I don't think anyone is. Is anyone here? No. No one is watching this. As expected. Yeah, I also put a bunch of time into fucking with the thumbnail. I think I got banned from Google AI Studio. I can't use Nano Banana anymore, but I just, I was so when Nano Banana came out, I tried to set up with the robot, because I have my personal Gmail, my Google account, and then the Robot Meat account, right? So I tried to sign up with the Robot Meat account, and it was like, it just wouldn't authorize it. I couldn't make an API key. No, I could make an API key. I couldn't set up payment details. Because they give you $100 of supposedly free credits, and then they're like, oh, but you got to give us a credit card in order to use your free credits. I'm like, okay. So I give them my credit card, and they're like, we don't want this. Fuck you, you're not paying us. Eat a dick. Imagine paying for services and then receiving them. So I said, okay, I guess it doesn't like the Robot Meat account, because a lot of things don't. Because understandably, it's a brand new account. So okay. I mean, it's not fucking whatever. But it looks weird. It's like, oh, you created this account that has a weird name that comes from the same IP address as an account that we've known about for decades. Like, what's going on there, right? I can see why an automated, like, detection system would flag that account as weird. So I said, okay, I'll use my account. And that worked for, like, months and months. And I did all my thumbnails with Nano Banana. And then today, well, not today, because this has happened before, sometimes it just goes, actually, you know what? No, we don't like you. We don't trust you. We don't know who you are. We're just going to assume a user who has been using our services for 20 fucking years. We're just going to assume you're some kind of bad guy. Oh, the other thing is that my internet is cutting out. Is this not Did the stream just go down? No. Okay, cool. For a second, YouTube was like, hey, connect your encoder to go live. Make sure you go fuck yourself. What was I saying? Am I making any sense to anybody here? Right. They kicked me off Nano Banana. Which, if you don't know, Nano Banana is a really good AI model for fucking with images. So that's how I made the short answer is now that I've been kicked off my actual account, it's been, for some reason, so there were times when my main account would not be able to use Nano Banana, but I could just come back the next day and it would work. Now it's just permanently fucked. But now, the Robot Meat Gmail account can access Nano Banana. Okay, this is going to make a horrible noise. You know what? I should show you what I'm actually doing. Here. Come on. Get it all in there. This shit costs $20. Come on. So that's what I was doing instead of doing what I'm doing right now before stream. Whatever. It's fine. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of the thumbnail that I made for this. It's not part of the video because it's the thumbnail, but I'm sure you've seen it. I mean, you haven't seen it because no one's watching, but... I'll admit I am beginning to question why I do this, because it's been about a year. And, Like, I keep doing streams to zero, well, like not most of my streams, because missed one shows up for the gaming streams, but, like, no one's here. So what's the point, right? So I don't know. I think what I need, I've been talking to a video editor. The problem is I fucked up my car, and then I ended up in the hospital, and now I'm gonna have to pay for another round of my medication. So there goes like $6,000. So there, you know, that wipes out the video editor budget completely. So I was gonna have that guy make a thumbnail for the Bob Ross paint-off. Did I say thumbnail? A trailer. Okay, this is going to add up to way more than what is complain. That's why no one watches, because you go on stream and you complain. There you go. That's your problem. Let's upgrade to an actual bull. Let me go get it. This isn't gonna dox me, is it? I hope not. So we'll scoop it into the measuring cup when we pour it into the pan. That'll be fine. Okay. Let me take a sip of my tea. I'm drinking some, Oh! Okay, well, fuck that up. Shouldn't have done that. Oh yeah, there's no way to get that stable now. Okay, can we adjust this slightly so it's a little bit more top-down? Can we zoom out a little? Okay, I have to log into my phone to adjust the zoom. Zoom out slightly. Oh. A spring from the fucking rig that holds up my phone has gone into my tea. That's amazing. Well, that's the real reason we're doing this, because Robot Meat isn't even like my actual channel that I want to do, right? So this is all just practice for the real project. That's my cope, and I'm sticking to it. Please, please work. Please clap. Please. Please, I beg of you. Door stuck. There we go. Okay, cool. Awesome. Two thumbs up. Should I drink this tea now? It's got Chinesium in it. I guess it's fine. What is that? You know, I'm a cyborg, so yeah, there we go. Don't worry, I've got my human skin gloves on. I probably shouldn't have admitted that they're human leather, but in any case, yeah. What's next? The next is digestive bran. I have some high-fiber wheat bran from Bob's Red Mill. Thanks, Bob. Wheat bran. Again, I was going to mise en place all this. I was going to prepare it all before stream, and then we could just dump it into the bowl. But that's not what happened. That's just not how things go around here. We have technological difficulties. Oh my... Okay. What? Excuse me. Yeah, I shouldn't have drank that. Okay, let me dump out my tea and make it fresh. Because there's a fucking spring in it. Let me show you. Show you the goddamn spring. Can you see it? Did you see it? Motherfucker. That's my kettle drip boiling dry. Okay. Going through it. This is the process. Okay. Let's get back into it. Wheat bran. We need 1 1/3 cup. So we get our measuring cups. And we measure out. Let's see, I'm just going to use the third. You know what? I'm going to take the third off of the loop. Because the bag is too small to get the cup in there. Okay, here's 1/3. Here's 2/3. Here's 3/3. And here's 4/3. Okay. There's a significant amount of wheat bran left over. I was kind of hoping I would use it all up in this stream. I don't know why I was hoping for that. I don't know why I would want that to happen, in retrospect. But everything's fine. Okay, now we need 2 to 3 tidbits of brown sugar, which I need to go get my Tibisp measuring spoons, excuse me. Wait, do I have tablespoon measuring? No, I don't. Fuck. Okay, we'll just use an actual spoon. This is drifting away from the, there's no way we can do this by mass, right? I don't think so. No, we could. We could ask Claude. I'm not going to. I'm just going to use a spoon. It's just baking. Well, yeah, baking is the one where you actually have to get it all right, isn't it? This spoon looks to be about a tablespoon. I think it's okay. You know, because back in the day, the reason the measure is called a tablespoon is because you would use a spoon that you would use at your table. Let me just wipe this thing off. It's kind of crusty. The old crusty spoon. Okay. Dark brown sugar. Actually, did I buy a bag of brown sugar when I already had one? Yes. Yes, I did. This is dark brown sugar. Okay, that's fine. I'll just return this. And I'll use the bag that I have. That's absolutely fine. Two to 3 Tibisp of dank brown sugar. You know, what's funny is boomers will tell you, oh, brown sugar. Brown sugar's more natural than white sugar. It's not. Brown sugar is literally just white sugar, bleached white sugar. Maybe it's unbleached. That's been mixed with molasses. Molasses is, I believe, is it? Wait, is this true? Grog, is this true? 2 to 3 tablespoons. We'll go 2, because I'm a fat fuck. And these are already pretty unhealthy. If I remember right, molasses is, like, a byproduct of making white sugar. Now that I say that, I bet it's not true. Well, we'll look it up. Actually, we won't. We will forget to we'll forget to look it up. But the next step is baking soda. Baking soda. There goes the third measure cup. We want 1 2/3 teaspoon. Well, how the fuck am I going to do that? Okay, I do have, like, a smaller spoon. This is not a teaspoon. Huh. Well, So long as it's in, like, vaguely the right range. And it's baking soda, yeah. Because, what is the acid source in this? Because I don't see one. But it calls for soda. So everyone confuses baking soda and baking powder, which is understandable. Baking powder is baking soda mixed with tartaric acid. And the reason for that is that, obviously, baking soda and vinegar, or any acid, makes carbon dioxide. You get bubbles. That's what makes, you know, a foamy, light bread instead of a wad of nasty goo, right? So if your recipe is already acidic, which I guess the acid source is just the eggs, and maybe the milk, is milk acidic? Most biological products are slightly acidic. So I guess the acid source is the eggs and milk. I guess that's okay. We'll see. I guess we'll see. If they come out fucked, we'll know that, I don't know, whoever sent that email transcribed baking powder as baking soda, and we'll all just go fuck ourselves. Okay. Salt. Generous pinch. We're very, you know, salt being the most, like, the most dangerous ingredient in baking. There's also no gluten. There's no gluten source in this. Wonder if I should add some Wondra. I guess we're making Epstein's recipe, so we gotta keep it. Is that a generous pinch? Sure. Okay. Now, the flaxseed. Sneed's flaxseed and feed. There we go. Sneed's flaxseed. You can see our quality. It's right there. You see it? You see the quality? You see it? Okay. 2 to 3 tibisp. Spoons. My stepmother was from Ukraine. She didn't identify as Ukrainian. She identified as Soviet. But she would always say spoons. It needs 2 to 3 spoons. I guess this shit costs money, so let's go all in. I should really be using actual measures, because I'm not even, like... You're supposed to get the measuring spoon and then level it off. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does matter, but fuck it. And then whole flaxseed. Oh, these are the whole flax seeds. Luckily, I didn't fuck it up. Oh, they do the you can see our quality thing, but it's just a picture. The bag isn't transparent. Why did I buy an entire pound of this shit? How long does this keep? Okay, and that's also just 3 tablespoons. Okay. In. And. In. I also haven't had my headphones on, so if anyone typed in Twitch chat, I wouldn't hear it. Let me, A, put those back on, and B, check. Okay, no one. Excellent. Okay, next, Egu. The incredible edible egg. Let's crack 2 of these suckers right in here. He's saying a beaten egg. Well, it'll work. Okay, fuck that up. I did not consider that I would need a place to put these. I'll put them in this jar. There we go. And another. Claude thinks I can somehow find 1 large and 1 small egg. Like, I'm gonna go to the store and buy... Like, what do you mean a small egg? I mean, I know. Am I gonna Doesn't the store only sell one grade of egg? Like, I know there's other grades. There's grade B, grade C eggs. And I think that the grade is determined by size, but I don't remember ever seeing grade B eggs at the store. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay. Olive oil. 1/3 cup. I don't have olive oil. I used, let me just double check to see if maybe I have some old olive oil lying around. Let me just double check. Because that would make a flavor difference. Olive oil is not a neutral oil. Although if you get like cheap extra virgin olive oil really should be treated as, oh, I should use my fancy vanilla too. It's on a high shelf, and I'm a fucking manlet, so let me get the tongs. I don't know if you can actually hear me at all. Oh, okay, that just pushed it further away. There we go. Modern problems require modern solutions. Let me put a hand here. There we go. Okay, here's my fancy vanilla. No. Sucks. Because olive oil tastes really good. I have spray olive oil that I forgot about. I don't think I should use that. That strikes me as a little bit silly. Especially considering I need a 1/3 cup of it. A 1/3 of a cup of a. I don't know if you heard any of that. But yeah. 1/3 cup of olive oil. Except it's not olive oil. It's avocado oil. Except it's probably not avocado oil, because when you buy avocado oil, fun fact, see, it says pure avocado oil, product of Spain. Do they make avocados in Spain? I don't know. I guess. How can I show you this? You know, if I wanted to get serious about cooking streams, I guess I would need to get 2 cameras, because you need one for measuring. But you'll just have to trust me that I'm pouring this up to the 1/3 cup line. Wait, okay, it calls for 1/3. Okay, I almost had a brain fart and poured it up to the 3/4. That would be bad. There we go. Okay. That's also roughly 75 milliliters for the metric crab. And we'll get our business back up here. Ooh, that bumped the mic. Doop that in there. Now the whole milk. I'll just do this. You don't need to see me pouring things into things. It's fine. This is 1 1/3. Okay, that's fine. That lets me. So when you're using a measuring cup, I wish I could actually demonstrate this. When you're using a fluid measuring cup, and by the way, do not use solid measuring spoons for measuring liquids. They're 2 different things. You need to make sure you're level with the markings on the side, and you got to read at the meniscus, because the surface tension of the liquid of the water. Well, that's cool. If you pour in the oil first, you don't get any milk stuck to the sides of the measuring cup. I never realized that would work that way. It makes sense, obviously. Never realized. And a further 1/3 cup. So yeah, you got to make sure that your face is like. There we go. Which is just the drop in the middle of the situation, because the water molecules, because dihydrogen monoxide, what's the H2O? You know, hydrogen, 2 oxygens. That's a polar molecule, fun fact. That's why, because it's held together by an ionic bond. Is that true? Is water an ionic bond? Or is it covalent? I don't fucking know. One of the tech projects I want to do is one third teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, well, we're not doing that. Also, with vanilla, the more the better, mostly. So it's not as critical. I found this. I'm using this super fancy schmancy. I don't know if it's actually that fancy. This Mexican vanilla. It's probably. I wonder if this stuff is actually compatible, because it comes in a massive bottle. The used of vanillavine guarantees the delicate aroma and flavor of our product. Beware of imitations. Our vanilla is made only in San Luis Potosi, Mexico. It's, does not contain conservatives. What the hell? But yeah, I think the 2 main sources of vanilla are Madagascar, I want to say, and Mexico. Vanilla is a bean. I'm sure you've heard of vanilla bean. And, yeah, it grows in some place in fucking Africa. Madagascar, which is an island. Is Madagascar... I think Madagascar is a South American island. And apparently Madagascar is actually a total shithole. Like a fucking fascist dictatorship. Like, I mean, it's a South American island, of course it is. Yeah. We got the milk. Let me take a swig of this milk. We got the vanilla. Where'd my mouse go? Where did my mouse go? Ah, okay. The pecans, the walnuts, and the sliced almonds. Alright. We got chopped English walnuts. We're chopped. We got chopped nuts. I can't fucking get them open. Motherfucker. Where's my multi-tool? And not ready to hand. Which defeats the entire point of owning one. Okay, I'll go get my fucking multi-tool. Don't show my keys, but I keep a Swiss Army knife on my keys. You know, when I bought this Swiss Army knife, it was honestly kind of a LARP purchase. It was kind of just because I thought it was cool, because they were on sale for like $10. But I actually use this fucking thing every day, several times a day. Because you just have tools in your pocket. This one, I went for this particular one because it has these massive fucking, they're not massive, but it's got pliers on it. So, like, if I need to, like, turn a bolt, and, you know, in some kind of dire emergency, I can. But mostly I use the scissors. I think in order of how often I use them, I use the scissors, the knife, and then they kind of rapidly diminish. The can opener, that's the other thing. Well, there goes the... It's got a fucking can opener on it. And... Oh, the other thing is... a fucking bottle opener. So if I buy a Mexican Coke, they're like, oh, you're gonna need it. There goes my fucking tile. Oh god, that's gonna fuck everything up. Nope, shut up. Is the camera still running? Okay, cool. Okay, how do I quit tile? There we go. Get me back to the webcam preview. There we go. Okay. Yeah. What was I saying? I don't remember. My Swiss Army knife. Let's see, what other tools are on these? There's two separate kinds of knives. There's the scissors. There's... How do I get the serrated knife? There's also... There's this thing. And I don't even know what this is for. Look. I think it's for some kind of, It's some kind of, textiles tool. How do I get the serrated knife? It doesn't matter. Oh, right. This is the one that doesn't have the serrated knife. Which kind of sucks because... The serrated knife is kind of survival-y. It's useful for cutting branches, but eh. The one thing that sucks about this particular one, because the one I had before, it didn't have the pliers. I think it did have the can opener, but it doesn't have a corkscrew. And I got used to using the, because, like, most tools that are on a Swiss Army knife, you can kind of substitute them. Like, you know, it would be nice, obviously you want a wrench, but you can use pliers if it's a fucking survival situation, right? The one thing that you really can't replace, the one tool that has to be a unitasker that you can't use anything else for, I know there's tricks, but they don't work, is a fucking corkscrew. So it was nice, because I don't really drink wine, but sometimes I cook with it. One time I paid a stripper to go on a practice date with me, and she likes wine. Let's get these almonds in. So I bought her some wine. But, and I use it for cooking. I already said that, didn't I? God, I'm going insane. You know what? I wasn't supposed to mix those into the batter. Well, fuck it. And then the booze and the raisins. Shake that in there. Okay. Oh, right, he wanted me to save some. I don't know. And then we mix that all up. So we'll get the instructions off of there. Let me just double check that we didn't forget anything. Oven preheated. We're not lining the pan, even though that would be the right thing. I just sprayed oil on it. We mix it all up. Fold wet into dry, and then rest. Fold in... Oh. Fuck. Alright, well, that's fine. And then fill the cups. Sprinkle. Spronkle. Bake half an hour. Okay. Where's my mixer? We can take the instructions off the screen now. We don't need them anymore. I don't want to play with you anymore. There we go. Let's adjust this so it's centered. There we go. Oh, it has been showing my feet this entire time. You gotta pay for those. For free? No. Not for free. But at what cost? Where has the mixer gone? I brought it over here. There it is. It was behind me. One of these days, I gotta add some eyes in the back of my head, like in System Shock 1. Oh, we gotta play System Shock 1 one of these days. And 2. Let's see, find an open spot on my gigantic power strip that I have. There we go. Hope it doesn't start a fire. Probably will one day. So let's get to mixing. Oh yeah, can't maneuver that around. Okay. Everything smells like Cointreau now. Oh, that's fucking everything up. Okay, let me do this off camera. Yeah, I chose the whisk attachment, which was a tremendous mistake. I may ruin my whisk doing this. No, it's mixing. It's going. Yeah, should have used the beaters. That was definitely a mistake. But that's okay. I don't know what I was thinking. I was a little bit scared that the beaters would spray shit all over my setup. But the whisk is kind of doing that anyway. It's not doing a good job of mixing, so fuck it. There's also no risk of over-mixing this because it's almond flour. There's no gluten to develop. So, yeah, if this wasn't specifically trying the recipe from the files, I would mix some Wondra, some ultra fine flour. I found some on discount, on clearance, a while ago, so we're living large. We're gamer rich. But, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Looks the same going in as it does coming out. Okay. So, let's fix the camera. You know what? Lesson learned. Get the food out from under the cheap Chinese camera rig before... Oh yeah, now everything's fucked. So that you don't get springs in your muffins. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. That's gonna fuck everything up. That's gonna fuck everything up. Come on. God, this is shit. Why did I buy this thing? Okay, hold on. We're gonna get it. We're gonna figure it out. Oh, feet on stream. Crotch cam. I think that's as good as we're gonna get it, boys. Your perfect world has been upset. And this is the best it's gonna get. Okay. So. We got the muffin pan cups. Let's give this a final mix. Give it a little spoonulate. This isn't... I was expecting an actual batter. This is pretty solid. I don't know if this is going to turn into muffins, fellas. This is looking a little weird. But okay. We're trusting Mr. Epstein, because there's like... people were writing him, like, poetry, praising his fucking muffins. So apparently these things are just fucking amazing. It does smell good. That Mexican vanilla smells great. Let me wet my hands somehow. Let me just get some of the oil from the pan. There we go. There we go. And then scoop. Haagen-Dazs scoop. Just scoop it right in there. Oh, there it goes. There, got some on my pants. I gotta get new jeans. I'm losing weight. I had to buy a new belt the other day when I was getting the ingredients for this. You know, they sell belts at the grocery store now. No. I mean, with Ozempic, right? They should be selling belts at the grocery store. But yeah, I had to get a new belt. The smallest notch on my belt is now too small for me. They're too large. So I've got it's a 40-inch belt, but I'm on the widest setting on this belt, and soon enough, I'll be at the narrowest setting on this one. I'll have to buy a new one. Give it a couple months. It's great because a couple years ago, I bought these really nice flannels off Amazon. I was like, okay, this was before the drugs. For the peptides came out. The oil on my hands is not protecting me. This stuff is incredibly sticky. Come on, get in there. Let's make sure everybody gets a fair dose. This is not one muffins worth of batter, if you can even call it batter. You can realistically expect this to puff up. Maybe it won't. Maybe, okay, I think these are supposed to come out pretty dense. So maybe we gotta pack it in there. Yeah, okay. I think so. I think these are just dense muffins. I think they're just not supposed to have a very open crumb. So yeah, okay, okay. It's more like cookie dough. They're more like tall cookies. I kind of want to bake these on a tray and make them into cookies, actually. Let's reserve one, because I got that baking tray. We'll reserve one cookies worth, and we'll try to make a Bran cookie. And see if it comes out. We're doing science here, people. Come on, people. Boo, 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 boo. Remember that? Nico Vega. I got introduced to them from the song that was in the Bioshock Infinite trailer. I was like, man, that song sounds kick-ass. Who made it? And yeah, it's a good band. They're a little crunchy. I'm sure they would cheer if I was shot in the throat, but aside from that, you know, they steam a good ham. Okay, get that in there. Don't want that burning to the side of the pan. We got one cookie's worth reserved. Let's scoop a little bit more into that one. She looks a little low. Oh, that one looks a little low too. Get this, center what you're working on in frame, dipshit. Cinematography 101. That one too. There we go. Okay. I guess because there's no flour in this, it's safe to eat the raw batter. Because that's the actual reason you shouldn't eat raw batter. It's not the eggs, it's the flour. Because eggs are, unless the egg has been cracked, eggs are sterile. They came out of the chicken, and they're in a sterile envelope of the shell. The only thing that's dirty in raw batter is the flour. Flour is fucking filthy. Because there's no sterilization step. So, you know, Pedro, you know he's not washing his hands after he takes a shit. Probably in the wheat field. So, you know, it gets ground up, and then you eat it, and then you fucking die. Because you got salmonella. You're not going to die of salmonella. Only if your immune system isn't firing on all cylinders. Okay, let's get this in the oven. Oh! Okay, blow your ears out real quick by smacking the mic. But let's get the headphones back on so I can hear you. Alright, there goes YouTube. Okay, let's get those almonds on there. A little bit of deculation. Because this is the fancy resort muffin, right? Serving these on Little St. James along with the cut-up babies. Let's see. I guess we top it with, like, the flax seeds, too. I don't know how you're supposed to top these with the walnuts and such. I think I actually made the right call by incorporating them. We got the flax seeds. That's how you know it's healthy. It's got seeds on it. We got Chuck's Sneeds and seeds. Okay. Abort joke. Abort joke. Keep mixing, getting them on there. There we go. Okay, that's how you know it's healthy. It's got seeds on it. All right, now that the muffins are covered in my seed. Yeah, we did add vanilla. I looked at my cheap vanilla extract. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot the vanilla. But no, use the nice vanilla. Okay. Slap these in the old oven. Claude did say to let that rest for 5 minutes, but I think it's been 5 minutes since we've mixed it, so that's okay. I just washed the batter off my hands. Cold water ain't doing it, so let's wait for it to get warm. Come on. I'm on the other side of the building from the water here. It takes all goddamn day for the water to come that hot. I have the top rack set all the way up to the top because I was broiling something. It's hot. I don't want to adjust it while it's hot. Okay. Let me grease up the baking tray for the cookie style. I really should have some, like, video queued up so that you don't have to just stare at my desk while I do this, but there we go. It occurs to me that I maybe shouldn't have washed my hands because now I have to put this on the cookie tray, but whatever. Whatever. Get the headphones back on. Da 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 da. If we weren't trying to stick to the original recipe, I would also mix some chalky chips in here. Maybe for the cookie style we will. Add some chalky chips. Nah, fuck it. Why do you need chocolate chips when you can have raisins? Everybody loves raisins, right? Especially when they've been soaking in booze. I mean, that is the one deviation. I'm sure because it's just, you know, the, I assume the cooks there would know what they're doing. I'm sure they, the cooks at Little St. James would soak the raisins, so that's fine. Would they soak them in booze, though? Probably. They probably would. Or they would soak them in adrenochrome, obviously. Unfortunately, I don't have any adrenochrome, so I know Hunter S. Thompson actually tried adrenochrome, if I remember right. Apparently it just gives you an anxiety attack. It doesn't actually feel good. Also, you can just make it. It doesn't have to be. Because the conspiracy theory myth is that adrenochrome is harvested from the pineal gland of children. But that's not true. You can just make it in a lab. I mean, I'm sure if you're a satanic pedophile elite, you don't want... I guess in theory, it's also possible that they're using the chemical name adrenochrome to refer to some drug that, I don't know, maybe it is made from pineal glands. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Not I. I don't know shit. Okay. Are we still live? I can't even tell. No, we're not. That's actually concerning. What's going on here? Are we live? We're live on Twitch? Yeah, we're live. Okay, cool. Just a weird delay. Everything is A-okay. I think I will. Yeah, it's forming a puck. I don't know. This might not turn out good, but we'll see. Let me wash my hands again, and I'll get some chocolate chips to top this with. Chips. There we go. If it were my recipe, I would also add a little bit of allspice. I love me some allspice. Headphones back on so I can hear y'all. There we go. Okay. Plop, 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 plop. Well, that's a double. Plop. There we go. Oh, another double. I'm still getting headshots. Okay. Let's see. We'll top that with some tastefully arranged almonds. Like so. Tap those a little deeper into the dough. Like so. Like so. Like so. Like so. Like so. Makes me think of the nuclear semiotics thing. The spikes. This is not a place of honor. This is not a cookie of honor. Mwah. A little bit of flaxseed to stay on theme. I just washed my hands, so this can go back in the bag. That's fine. Well, I got a pound of 13 ounces of flax seeds and a pound bag of flax meal, so I guess I better start looking up recipes that use this shit. Those almonds are good. No. Alright, I guess we'll start. Where'd my tea go? Got a little bit of almond stuck in my throat. It's time to start putting this stuff away while the muffins bake. Yeah, I should have queued up some watch-along content. I was going to, but again, we got waylaid by tech issues. Let me put this away. Let's see here. What can we pull up? What did I just get on my arm? What the fuck is that? What? Why is there sticky? There's sticky icky on my desk. Also my arm. Okay, get that out of there. Get it off my arm too. There we go. Okay, what do we got for watch-along content? I'm content with this content. We got about 25 we got about 25 minutes left on the timer. We got what do we got? What do we got? Oh, I think we have some articles. We could read an article. Article. If it tickles my fancy. Sidestepping evaluation awareness and anticipating misalignment with production evaluations. Sure. Now, does anyone give a shit about this? I feel like no one who actually watches me would, you know, no one who watches this particular stream wants to hear about dense AI content, so let's not with that. What else do we got? On Twitter. I know you can't see, I'm just kind of fucking around here. Man, there's nothing. Yeah, slow news day. Live on Twitter. No, Twitter ain't even working. Yeah, Twitter's fucked. Everything's fucked. I don't know. Complaining about people getting canceled. This is what? Okay. That's raw egg nationalist. Yeah, I don't know. Peak is biocompatible. Interesting. In the neurosurgical world in the early to mid 2010s, Peak spine implants were getting really popular. Peak is a super high performance thermoplastic. Like, it's a plastic that melts. You can 3D print with it. Everyone was thinking that it was the next big thing in spine. It billed higher. However, after some time, surgeons started to notice the Peak implants more failed fusions than normal metal implants. Further analysis of the implants showed that the Peak implants grew this strange biofilm that placed itself over the implant, leading to pseudofusions. One of the last cases that I watched in the OR was an ACDF revision due to neck instability and early signs of a failing fusion from a prior surgeon. When the implants were removed, we could clearly see that heterooptic ossification of the adjacent levels, C3 to C5. What? Oh, that heterooptic ossification. My theory, while unproven, has always been that since Peak has a bioinert surface, wouldn't titanium also have a bioinert surface? You get less direct osteointegration at the implant site. Interesting. But, yeah, Peak lets you... Because Peak is a plastic, you can incorporate bioactives. You can incorporate drugs into the plastic. I don't know. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, I guess. Is there anything we can read on stream here? Fried a frozen ribeye in the air fryer. Oh, it looks good. I guess I should set this up so you can actually see what I'm scrolling, huh? What if I don't want to? What if I don't want you to see what I'm scrolling? What then? I don't know. Let me go and check that the, check the time on the muffins. Got 17 minutes. Let's pull up a game. Sorry, I know you've just been staring at my desk this entire time. It's just that I got nothing else to show you. So unless you want to go back to the null scene, to the loading screen, I'm a poet and I don't know it. What can we pull up? Let's open up Steam. Actually, you know what? I got a grind in Jagged Alliance 2. So let's put an explanation up on Scream if anyone gets confuzzled. Let's see. I go to the generic game scene. There we go. We'll pull up Jaggy Alliance 2. Jiggity Jaggedy Alliance 2. If I can find it. Where did it go? Stracciatella. Play JA2 Stracciatella. Boobity boo. Wire it up. Pause the silly music. There we go. Jagged Alliance 2. A game for men. See, if we had anyone come in on YouTube, no. 0 viewer stream. I hate doing those, but... no, is YouTube fucked? There we go. Man, that smells good. The apartment's full of that vanilla smell. Okay, so... we were rearranging things. Let's get rid of Shank. Sorry, Shank. You suck.
Can't believe you weren't keeping me.
Fuck off. Also, Reaper. You're fired. You suck. Yeah, drop it like it's hot. We can keep Gasket. He's not useless. Like, he can at least carry shit. And he's an okay mortarman. And we just got rid of, Flo. Even Flo. Booba-doo, booba-dooba-doo. And then we get our refund notice for Reaper, because he didn't get hurt. We'll check Bobby Ray's again, although I think we won't see anything specifically because we already checked, yeah. Alright, let's rehire the guys we hired last time. Oh, I forgot to put an explanation of what's going on. J2 while... because I don't want to get yelled at for being in the wrong category. Make that show up. I said make it show up. Hello? There we go. That estimate will become increasingly inaccurate as time goes on, but... sort by experience, view the mugshots. We got... who's this guy? This ex-ranger and sniper has turned stalking into an art form. That's fucked up. Shadow could be lurking right next to you and you'd never know it. That snowdrift, sand dune, shrub, or satellite dish could easily be this master of sneak. Kyle Simmons is a soldier who has made it his business to blend into any environment for any length of time. The Shadow brings his own camouflage supply and wishes to make it known up front that he doesn't share. The problem is we don't really have a use for that guy. He's cool. He's real neat. It's okay, we'll bring magic in.
Magic. I can
It's
cut you
magic.
some slack on a long term.
Yeah. And the other one... Hey, I want to just grab Steve here.
Stephen Roth.
Thanks, Steve.
And you are proposing a duration of...
What the fuck is that accent supposed to be?
For good things to come.
Is that supposed to be a Boer accent? Like a South African accent? I think it's supposed to be. He's the game's executive outcomes reference. Yeah, okay. So we need to send Squad 2, such as they are. I wonder if because, what? Where is Num? Oh, Num's with me. Wait, where? Whoa, B13? Where the fuck is Num? B13?
Big Roger, Cap.
That's a big Roger, Cap. Okay. Well, we need Squad 2 to, leg it onto the... Can you cut me some slack here? Thank you. There we go. Squad 2, such as they are. We'll send Squad 3 with them. There you go. We also need the injured people to stop being so injured. Stop being injured, you injured piece of shit. Patient. I'm losing my patience with these patients. Right? Mad Dog is moving. That's fine. Mad Dog's made of tough stuff. He can be a little injured. It's just a bullet. He got a little bullet in him. That's fine. It's not a problem. Carlos actually is fucked up. I kind of wanted to get rid of him, but we'll keep him. Miguel's in the chopper with me.
Destination achieved, sir.
Okay, I'll make you safely. I'll wait for orders.
You do that. I forgot to put Spider... Oh, Spider isn't there. Okay.
I have ascertained an enemy presence, sir.
Well, that's not good. Okay, so that garrison was not sufficient to, Yeah. Okay. There goes Gasket. Yeah. Surrender.
I'm no one to complain, but I am.
Think I'd rather be emptying bedpans than stick around for more of this.
Alright, fuck this. I hate this game. I don't, but it's... I've gotten myself into a pretty bad position. Okay, how much time is left on these goddamn muffins? Oh, now my camera's all cocked. God damn it. No, my camera isn't, my keyboard is. Let me go look. Oh, the connection just died anyway. But, didn't have time. I guess we'll just sit here. Yeah, I wish I could Zatsu Dan, but there's no one here, so... Yeah, this really sucks, because when I really shouldn't complain, but it's the only thing that's on my mind right now. When I started this channel, the plan was to be doing all these projects, you know, the Wednesday projects. They would be little games, like that game where we were, you know what, we could pull that up, couldn't we? Let's see, I would need to open up a new coding scene unless... Okay, let's get the virtual monitor set up. New virtual output. The original plan was to have... let me just check that nothing weird is in my terminal. No, it's all good. Yeah, it's just the debugging from, of the stuff. Brain, hello? Can I brain good? No, I cannot. I'm not even going to set up the projector. I'm just going to use the OBS preview. That's how little of a fuck I give now. Okay. Let's quit out of here, open up a new shell. How do I get back to that project? Cannot find the McFly. What the fuck is McFly? PyCharm projects. I don't want chat reader Zonos. That's already open. I want Kimmy. CD game. Source, Venv, bin activate fish. And then adventure, new. Name, let's see. Because I did a ton of work on it off stream. Let's pull the text from the generic game scene. Whoa, what? Why can't I copy a text? Oh, there we go. Then I want to go to new coding scene. Paste reference. Is there any way I can put a drop shadow on that? Yes, I can. Select color black, not red, black. That's not. How do I actually do the drop? There's a tick box for drop shadow, but it doesn't do anything. I don't know. I simply do not know. It doesn't matter. Okay. So let's see here. I changed the let's see. So at adventure, new. We'll just kind of, you know what? Let's just do a quick archetype, noir detective, and anachronistic noir detective. You know what? Actually, yeah, noir detective isekai. Creating character. No, well, it's not JA2, is it? Screwing. Well, Muffins fake. Screwing around, not screwing. Can't show that on stream. On Twitch, at least. Can I make this narrow so that anyone who comes into the... I mean, no one will, but... No, I thought it used to be that I could... Okay, whatever. It's taking its damn time. Was this shit busted? Oh no, okay, there we go. Name, Miles Thorne. Archetype, Noir Detective Isekai. Combat style, Rogue. Skills, Cold Reading, Shadow Stalking, Occult Forensics. Abilities, the Third Degree, Hard-Boiled Resilience. A private investigator from 1947 Chicago who was shot in a back alley case gone wrong, only to wake up in a world of magic and monsters where his talent for noticing lies is worth more than swordplay. Now he walks the rainy cobblestones of a fantasy metropolis wearing a trench coat over leather armor and solving cases involving corrupt mage guilds and missing dragon eggs. Personality? Cynical and world-weary, speaks in metaphor and dry quips, trusts his gut over divination spells, maintains a strict personal code of justice in a realm that runs on gold and prophecy. Core desire? Solve the case that'll unlock the door home. Create a new adventure for Miles Thor, the Noir Detective Isekai. Okay. And then I have to do adventure play, I think. Welcome to the dungeon, Miles Thorne. We'll get our initial narration going. The village square opens before you, a quaint cobblestone plaza set around an ornate stone fountain, that goddamn fountain. Water cascades gently from tiered basins, creating a soothing melody that fills the air. Flower boxes adorn the surrounding buildings, their blooms adding splashes of color to the weathered stone architecture. The afternoon sun casts long shadows across the worn bricks, suggesting a community that has thrived here for generations. Near the fountain's edge, an elderly man sits on a wooden bench, his weathered hands clasped over a walking stick. He wears simple woolen clothes faded by years of sun, and his white beard moves slightly as he mumbles something to himself, occasionally glancing up with cloudy blue eyes that seem to look through rather than at the world around him. He appears lost in thought, though he might acknowledge if you approached. I think we got like 5 minutes left on the muffins. Let's see. Your last case was a bust. Turns out the lady just misplaced her life-savings in gold. There's no banks in this world, or at least not in the places you've been. Oh, now the muffins are ready. Okay, let me go get them. Sorry, we'll have to save the story of Miles Thorne for next time. Oh, I think the camera does need adjustimating. Let me go get him. I gotta get my glove on, because my cyborg hands don't hold up to oven temperatures all that well. Oh, they did rise! Damn, these look good. Okay. Oh, that heat is soaking through the glove. Let me just get this on camera quick. There you go. Jeffrey Epstein's Bran muffins. Epstein's own. Yeah, they look pretty good. The walnuts got a little toast on them. Yeah. Let me see if we can... I need to let these cool. The instructions said 5 minutes, so we'll play the game a little bit while we wait for those to cool. But yeah, those are the muffins. How much time we got left? We got another half hour. Oh, I gotta put the cookie in. Put that cookie down. Put that cookie down now. We'll probably cook that for another 20. Maybe give it 16, 18. You know what? It's Jeffrey Epstein's recipe, so we'll set it to 17, huh? That's how he liked them. They only want you when you're 17. I should have set that as the intro music. When you're 21, you're no fun. All right. I got notifications on Twitter. What's that? What's going on Twitter? Flora Valentine followed you. Actually, I'm a graphic designer. You're a bot. Well, okay, back to the game. Nope. Nope. New coding scene. There we go. Let's see here. Change the text. Screwing around while muffins cool. Okay. Just so I don't get yelled at for being in the wrong category, because I'm in the baking category on Twitch. Now you need are hungry and need a drink. Let's see what Miles Thorne has to say. Last case was a bust, stomach's growling and the bottle's calling my name. The north path leads to an inn. It's where a man like me finds answers, or at least ale strong enough to make the questions fade. The old-timer on the bench might know something, but my gut says a warm meal and a cold drink come first. You can't solve cases on an empty stomach, and you definitely can't trust a man who won't trust his own hunger. The fountain sings its tired song, and I tip my hat to it like an old friend. I hate the way this thing roleplays. An empty square means empty pockets, and empty pockets mean I need to find someone with problems worth paying for. But first I follow my nose and my thirst. I don't respond to the old... Whatever. Okay, let's just enter. Why didn't I get a room description? Oh, motherfucker. Oh. That's interesting. It didn't work. Oh my god, it's fucked. Huh. It's busted. He can't move. I'm frayed from years of use. His silver hair falls in thin waves to his shoulders, and a neatly trimmed beard frames a face mapped with deep wrinkles that suggest both age and wisdom. A gnarled wooden walking stick rests against the bench, its handle polished smooth from countless hours of handling. His eyes, pale blue and slightly clouded, shift towards you as he senses your gaze. A gentle, knowing smile creases his weathered cheeks. He nods in greeting, the movement slow and deliberate before returning his attention to a small leather pouch he holds in his lap, its contents making a soft metallic clinking sound as he sifts through them with trembling fingers. The old bird's got that look about him. Seen too much, knows too much. In my experience, the ones who sit by fountains muttering themselves either lost their marbles or found something nobody else wants to find. That pouch of his sounds like it clinks with coin, or maybe something more interesting. My gut's telling me he's not just waiting for the sunset. Time to flash the badge I don't have and see if he's got a story worth the whiskey. Nice day for counting blessings, Grandpa, or is that blood money in your pocket? I keep my hands where he can see 'em, nice and slow. No sudden moves with a man who might be armed with more than just a walking stick. Miles Thorne, I ask questions for a living. You look like a man who knows where the bodies are buried. The old man leans on a weathered wooden staff beside the bubbling fountain. But you said he was sitting down. His silver beard catching the afternoon light. He turns rheumy eyes toward you, I've never seen that word before, and offers a gap-toothed smile that speaks of countless years watching travelers pass through this square. Welcome, young traveler. His voice carries the rasp of age, but a warmth beneath it. He gestures vaguely towards the southern gate with his staff. The forest to the south holds many dangers and treasures. His eyes glint with something unreadable, perhaps memory, perhaps warning. He falls silent, studying your face as if trying to gauge whether you're the sort to heed caution or rush headlong toward glory. The old-timer's playing the cryptic prophet routine, dangling danger and treasure like bait on a hook. In my experience, guys who warn you about forests usually know exactly what happened to the last fool who walked in. I need to lean on him a bit, see if he'll spill something concrete instead of fortune cookie wisdom. I adjust my trench coat collar and give him a smile that doesn't reach my eyes. Treasure and dangers, huh? That's a menu I've seen before, Pops. Usually comes with a side of missing persons. You wouldn't happen to know the special of the day, would you? Maybe what happened to the last traveler who thought that gate looked friendly? Be wary of the wolves in the dark forest, he warns, the grip tightening on the cane. They're not ordinary beasts. He glances toward the southern gate of the village where the path leads into shadowed trees. I've seen their eyes glow with something unnatural. Smart they are, too smart. Travelers who venture in alone don't always come back out. He settles back against the fountain's rim, having delivered his warning, leaving you with the weight of his words as the village activity continues around you. That's going to think about it for a while. Latency. Open router be like that. But it is cheap. It's way cheaper than Cloud. Cloud. Become a squeer Cloud. The old-timer's warning about the smart wolves and missing travelers has the sour stench of a case brewing. I've milked him for what he's willing to spill, and repeating the same questions won't make the stone bleed more blood. Unnatural wolves, huh? In my experience, the only thing unnatural about a predator is the company it keeps. I adjust my collar against a phantom chill, giving the old man a nod that's part respect, part suspicion. My hand brushes the emptiness where my 38 should rest, a habit from the old world that dies hard. But thanks for the tip, Grandpa. I'll be sure to pack silver and questions. The rusty tankard inn wraps around you like a well-worn blanket, its stone walls radiating the gentle heat of a crackling fire in the central hearth. Orange flames dance behind an iron gate, casting flickering shadows across rough-hewn wooden tables and benches worn smooth by years of patrons seeking refuge from the cold outside. The air smells of wood smoke, stale ale, and freshly baked bread, creating an atmosphere that beckons weary travelers to rest their bones. Behind the bar stands innkeeper Bran, a burly man with a salt and pepper beard and arms like oak branches, currently polishing a tankard with a cloth that has seen better days. He moves with the unhurried rhythm of someone who has spent decades perfecting the art of hospitality, occasionally glancing up with eyes that hold both warmth and a shrewd assessment of his guests. Above the mantelpiece, a rusty sword hangs on iron hooks, seemingly forgotten by time. Its pitted blade and worn leather grip suggest stories of battles long past, though now it serves merely as decoration. A silent sentinel, watching over the inn's peaceful domesticity, waiting for someone who might recognize its latent potential, or simply appreciate it as the curiosity it has become. The dame of this establishment seems cozy enough. Isn't it a man? I guess, yeah, that's a man. What the fuck? I can't believe Miles Thorne misgendered the innkeeper. The dame of this establishment seems cozy enough. That iron hanging above the mantelpiece catches my eye like a loose thread on a cheap suit. In my line of work, nothing's ever just decoration. That's stupid. Plenty of things are just decoration. What the fuck are you talking about? That pitted blade got stories buried in the rust. Maybe the kind that bleed. I should give it the once-over before I belly up to Bram and start asking questions. A man's gotta have a piece. My pockets are feeling awfully light. The fire pops and crackles as I tilt my fedora back, studying that wall hanger with eyes that have seen too many pawn-shop specials turn out to be murder weapons. Every joint's got its ghosts, I mutter. See hearth. You lean in to examine the blade resting against the worn wooden bar. Crossguard bears the pitted scars of countless blows. Yet when you tilt it toward the firelight, the edge catches the flames with a telltale glint. Someone has maintained the blade despite neglecting the rest, keeping it serviceable if not elegant. Oh god. The weapon feels heavier than it looks, balanced for a rougher style of combat than the noble duels you've heard about in tales. It lies abandoned, perhaps left by a patron who couldn't pay their tab or a mercenary who found better steel. Innkeeper Bram notices your interest and calls out from behind the bar, polishing a tankard with a rag. That old thing? Been sitting here 3 days now. Previous owner drank himself into a stupor and stumbled off without it. Yeah, it's not consistent. It's losing memories. That's fucked up. God damn it. You're welcome to take it if you got a mind to. Clearly wasn't doing him any good. The fire crackles like secrets waiting to be told. I got 2 copper to rub together. Scratch that. I don't even have that much. Just the clothes on my back and a trench coat that's seen better days. That sword above the mantelpiece. It's been maintained despite the rust. Someone cared about the edge even when they abandoned the rest. Story of my life, maybe. But first I need intel, and barkeeps are better than crystal balls for seeing what's really going on in town. I adjust my collar and step up to the bar, the wood creaking under my boots like a witness ready to talk. Barkeep, Bram, is it? I'm looking for work that pays in more than campfire stories. Also, I nodded the sword above the fireplace. That piece of iron. Previous owner forgot to tip. Why can't he see what the GM said? God damn it. Or is it waiting for someone? The warmth of the crackling hearth washes over you as you step deeper into the rusty tankard. The air smells of spiced air and simmering stew, while rough wooden tables, scarred by decades of tankers and tales, stretch out before you. I wish it had the sense when to crunch it down a little, you know? A few patrons huddle in corners, their conversations low and contented. Yeah, this is fucked, actually. Okay. Alright. It's not working. Until next time, Miles Thorne. Cool idea, but the game just doesn't work. I don't know why. Okay, back to the muffins. Are these cool yet? Yeah, they should be. They're a little toasty, but we'll see. Let me switch back to the camera. Cameras. Schmuffins. Okay, let's pick one of these suckers out. They come out of the pan? Yes, they do. Okay. Focus. There we go. Let's see. If I get real close, does the macro lens kick in? Not really. Yeah, pretty dense. Let's crack it open and get a look at the crumb. Pretty crumbly. Yeah. Focus. Focus. There we go. Yeah, that's a dense crumb right there. Okay, let's give it a taste. Oh, they're good. You know, it's a Bran muffin. It's not going to taste amazing. But yeah, they're good. I don't smell the Cointreau at all. That was a waste. Also, this one didn't seem to get any cranberry, or not cranberries, raisins in it. Let me get some butter. You could use a little butter. Bitter butter. Bitter butter. Butter knife. So I was thinking I would have left some butter out to warm up. But I didn't. Got Kerrygold. Alright. Is this salted butter? Yeah, that's the other thing. They could use more salt. I guess, yeah, because it's not a yeast bread. You can add as much salt as you want, now that I think of it. So, yeah, a little undersalted. We got the triumphant music for the muffins. Alright, let's butter up my muffin. That really butters my muffin. I'm trying to butter muffins through the OBS display, and there's a massive delay. There we go. Okay. Try it with butter. Mmm! Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good. They're
Epstein
good!
for life.
Welcome,
No input.
Conrad Mage 10. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, we're making the muffins from the Epstein files. We're not making them, we made them. They're here. Yeah, they're good. Got a little almond peeking out. They're a little dry. I think if I could do it again, I'd add a little more milk. I wouldn't use skim milk. A little more milk.
Ken,
Can what? Can I?
I have one.
Here, let me stuff it into the screen. Here, I'm holding so that you can taste. Here, I'm holding up to the Twitch display. There you go. Taste it. But yeah, they came out good. They do need butter, but yeah, Bran muffin. That is good. Oh, that's the cookie. Let me go get that. Put that cookie down. Put that cookie down now. Oh, smoky. I think the spray oil I used burned a little bit. That's okay. It's just a little bit of lung cancer. Thank you for the follow, Fritz16999. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Fritz16999. You guys all came in right at the end. But you got the best part, the cookie. So we had a little bit of batter left over. Look at the bottom of that. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Got the cookie. I'm going to put some butter on the cookie. Make it a butter cookie. I don't think that's how you make a butter cookie, but it's what we're doing today. Because it really resembled cookie batter more than muffin batter, but...
I love your cookies, and I love your muffins.
You know, that sounds vaguely sexual. But yes, this ain't my recipe, it's old Uncle Jeff's recipe. So let's slather a little bit of Kerrygold on there, the chalky
Me too,
chips.
Fritz 16999.
The chalky chips didn't really adhere, but... Focus. Focus. Come on. Show everybody the cookie. There you go. Epstein cookie. Going in. It's a little burned, but it's good. Yeah, chocolate chips really add to it. The chocolate covers up the flavor of the bran. So I'm actually glad I didn't...
They look so delicious.
Yeah, I know. Like, they look damn good. I like that little bit of toasting on the almonds. Sticking them in there like that was a really good idea. Yeah, my internet's a little bit screwy, sorry. You guys still watching? Are you still here? Yeah, okay, there we go. I got a little bit of green tea. Oh, bump the camera. Wait, can you see in there? There you go. Green tea. But yeah, it's kind of all the content I have for tonight.
Yes?
It's okay.
Yeah. All right, well. Let's see here. We got 5 more minutes before the person I want to raid into goes live, but let's see here. What else can we do? I'm gonna finish this muffin. So
What is your opinion about Epstein?
I mean, he seems like a real piece of shit. But, from what I understand, basically, he was a sex trafficker. That's absolutely true. I think so it seems like he was just kind of a go-getter for the global elites.
Yeah, what a fraud.
But his muffins are good.
Yeah, the muffins are good, but the sex trafficking not so much. But yeah, I think he was all the stuff about, like, you got to realize people say, "Oh, the pedophile island." I don't think there were ever like little kids involved. I think he was one of those guys who's really creepily into, like, I'm fucking this girl, but she's only 17. Her birthday's tomorrow. Oh, I'm breaking the rules.
He fucked kids. Not gonna lie, that's wild.
Well, the thing is, I think he fucked 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds, which is still bad. Like, he got what was coming to him. It's just not the same thing as what most people, what the Twitter lore of it is. I don't think there were any, like, I mean, I'm sure there were satanic orgies on the island. But, I think, because I've been to these kind of, not those kind of parties, but I've been to down, they're fucking boring. Like, if you go to an orgy,
Who would possibly do that?
well, Bill Gates, fucking Klaus Schwab, those kinds of motherfuckers, they would. But I've been to those kinds of parties, and it's like they'll have a couple strippers in the center of the room, and then there'll be like one old couple.
Have you been on the island?
No, I've been to San Francisco. You know, all the tech scene. I'm a programmer. I'm an AI engineer, so I'm a little bit plugged into like the tech elite. A little bit. Like sometimes I get invited to the parties, including the sex parties. Even though I don't partake, obviously, I think that shit's disgusting.
Yeah, that interests me too.
But, yeah, there'll be a couple strippers in the center of the room, like, pretending to eat each other out. And then there'll be one old couple who just, well, they're swingers, they don't give a shit. They'll be in the corner fucking. And then everyone else just kind of sits around, and it's just really awkward and fucking boring. Because, you know, most people do not want to fuck in front of others.
Did you meet Diddy?
I did not, no. So the thing is, Epstein was racist. Epstein hated black people. So he wouldn't let any blacks in his parties. That's why, like, that's what, in the files, he says, oh, Diddy is my competition. Because Diddy was the Epstein for, what was it? What was the other group of people that Epstein didn't like? Shit, I don't remember. But yeah, Diddy was like the black Epstein. Because Epstein was racist, he wouldn't let black people into his parties. So they'd go to the Diddy parties. But yeah, Epstein would host Diddy parties, he'd have, you know, swinger shit on his island. I don't think there were ever little kids involved. There were drugs, we know that. There was all kinds of crazy drugs on the island. But yeah, I think he just had mundane, fucked up sex parties.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's just generic swinger shit. Fucking swinger parties. I've never been to one of those. I've seen footage of them. It's a bunch of naked old people like playing getting to know you games. Like imagine a bunch of fucking naked old people and the women all have these like gigantic balloon fake tits and they're doing the two truths and a lie, all in a circle. It's a bunch of fucking naked people. It's so fucking stupid.
Kappa.
Because, see, I was about 26, 27. I was in a new town, starting to go to church at the time. So, like, okay, you gotta pick a lane here. Like, are you going to church, or are you going to the BDSM orgies? You gotta pick one. And I was like, you know what? Church is just more fun. Like, I thought sin was supposed to be tempting. This shit isn't tempting. This is fucking boring. This sucks. Church is more fun. So yeah, I went to church. I picked church and haven't looked back. Good muffins, though.
You're a good chef.
No, TTS glitched. You're a good chef. Do you cook for your wife? I don't have one. If I did, I would. If you know any single girls, let me know, because I live in this tiny town in the Midwest, and there's no women here. I'm gonna be moving down to Texas pretty soon, moving to the big city, so hopefully I'll get a wife. Let me see, is our raid target for tonight, has she gone live yet? Let me see. Let me see. No, not yet. Okay, well, we'll just keep hanging
Conrad Magenton's mother is single, maybe.
out. Is your mom single? You looking for a stepdad, Conrad Magenton? Am I the dad who stepped up?
Denying.
Comrade Mage 10 says, no, that's not true. This fucking TTS system, I gotta fix this. But, yeah. Alright, no, not single, okay. Fatherful behavior. I'm the only guy with no dad here.
Yeah, in your dad.
The hell are you talking about? You're out of control, Fritz. You control yourself. Let's see, what else? What else about Epstein? Oh, I was talking earlier about the whole adrenochrome thing.
But you would be a good stepdad.
Thank you. I think I would too. I'm not sure I'm ready to be the dad who stepped up. I kind of want my own. But I am getting up there in age. Most of the women who would be single and available, I think a lot of them have kids by now, so I don't know. I think so too.
Doritos chip.
What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean by this? But yeah, so apparently the thing about, if you've been on Twitter, you see the thing about Bill Gates getting an STD from a Russian hooker and trying to buy antibiotics from Epstein. Apparently that's not true. Like, Epstein, I think he knew that people were gonna...
I love Doritos.
Okay. I mean, they're pretty good. Did you see the dye-free Doritos? And everyone's like, wait a second. What do you mean, no poison Doritos? There was poison in them? Wait a second. But,
Doritos chip.
But, what was I saying? Oh, Epstein, I think Epstein knew that people were going to go through his emails, because the guy knew he was a criminal. He knew he was going to get picked up eventually. I think, we know, he would send emails to himself, pretending to be like Bill Gates. Now, it could also be bullshit that that's not true. I didn't actually go and check. We should probably go and check.
Squid 1, Squid 2, Squid 3, Squid 4.
Indeed. Let's see here. What else? What else is there to talk about? Let's see. We got our muffin recipe. We got... What else was in the files that stood out to me that I've been seeing on Twitter? Yeah, the adrenochrome thing we were talking about. So adrenochrome, if you remember from, like, QAnon... Let me take another bite of this cookie. Yeah, it is a little bit burnt. It's actually kind of good. It's like burnt in a good way. You ever have when a cookie gets a little bit of color on it? Speaking of racism. Oh. Went down the wrong pipe. But, yeah, so adrenochrome is a real chemical. And apparently it is psychoactive. From QAnon, the accusation is that they were, like, cracking open kids' heads to get to the pineal gland and make drugs out of it. So Hunter S. Thompson, back in the day, he tried adrenochrome. And apparently it's not good. It just gives you an anxiety attack. But it's also possible that they are making drugs out of pineal glands and just calling it adrenochrome. But I don't know. It's a metabolite of adrenaline. So adrenaline is manufactured by your adrenal. Your adrenals dump adrenaline into your bloodstream, and that's a very strong stimulant. Makes your heart beat harder. You breathe more. Makes your central nervous system all excited. Adrenochrome is, your body. You don't want that to keep going forever. You want it to go away once the danger is gone, so your body metabolizes it. What?
RHO Meat stands for bold ideas, raw creativity, and a fearless approach to experimentation. It blends precision with chaos in a way that feels fresh, unexpected, and deeply original. There's a strong sense of character behind it, confident, playful, and unafraid to push boundaries. RHO Meat doesn't just follow trends, it creates its own lane, and invites others to think differently along the way. I wrote that for you.
I think ChatGPT wrote it for me, actually, but thank you. I mean, that's all true. I have a fearless approach to experimentation. I mean, this is a fearless experiment here. Oops, bump the camera. But yeah, let's, I'm out of shit to talk about.
No, it was me. Trust me. Please.
Okay, since you asked nicely, I'll trust you. But, yep, that's all for tonight. I appreciate the follow from everybody. I appreciate y'all coming out. Let me, in case you want to watch the VOD, let me pull up the VOD. Let me pull it up here.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up, if I can get to it.
Denying, I do not think that you wrote that. At Fritz16999.
Good night.
Here, how do I make this work? Here we go. All right, I don't
Good
want to
night,
listen
the
to myself.
best streamer.
Thank you. I am the best streamer. That's correct. I'm the best who's ever done it. But let me drop the YouTube link in here so that you guys can see.
We love you.
I love you too, comrade.
No link.
But yeah, click that link if you want to see the actual cooking. But I am going to raid you into Miss Kirsha, who also likes to cook, although she doesn't do it on stream. But she does like to talk about politics, so if you like discussion of the kind of things we discussed at the end here, you'll like Miss Kirsha. Make sure to give her a follow as well. But Kirsha, and let me set this up on as well. And I will see you guys all there. But until then, I've been Robot Meat. These have been Jeffrey Epstein's Bran Muffins. And I'll see you all.
We will do that.
I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.